I want to say thank you for joining us here tonight. When we decided to do this, it was sometime yesterday, based on some conversations that we've had in the past few days, and had a service here last Sunday that I guess it caused me to think. I think it reminded me of the importance of assembling together. And this was meant tonight to be a heartfelt expression of what I sense, what I feel to our local church. There are some men, pastors that have joined that God has, as Jonathan and David's soul were knit together, God has blessed my wife and I's life. And so they have joined us, and there's some people in their church that have joined us. And so I want to give honor and say thank you. But it's really, this is the conversation I need to have because we're missing something great here. It's obvious we're in a pandemic. It's obvious that the world is in the most crazy. You could bring that over. We don't mind. My wife's gonna bring me a cup of coffee. The world is in a crazy. I was talking to my kids last night, and again, this is informal. I'm going to dive in the word here and show you some stuff and prove my point. And we're going to be real and raw here tonight. And to Hope Center, I'm only pastoring Hope Center. I want you to know that. That's all that I'm doing here tonight. But we were having a conversation yesterday and found out that the two largest manufacturers of drones in the United States, that the Department of Government has stepped in and ordered a cease and desist. So them down because our police departments had bought and come to find out the two number one drone makers in the United States were made out of China, and all of the information, all of the data was being sent back to China. And that's just one thing among many. So I looked it up, made sure it's right, and that is a truth. And then I found out that most all China, and then I found out that 2 months virus was a government. China had already known it and had spent 18 times in the past 60 days. So for 2 straight months in 30-day increments, they bought 18 times the amount of medical devices than anyone else in the world, or their highest of any time, into the trillions. And so all of the medical masks that nobody can find, all of the gowns that the world is shortage, all of this stuff. And you know some of this, it's easily found. It's common knowledge. Most of it is anyway. It's common knowledge. And so one of the things I found out is that China bought 2 billion masks. So they were prepared for what we were unprepared for. And now there is the illusion of the intentionality. And so this has been a week that I have stood back and said, okay, God, is this thing just about a pandemic? Is this thing just about a sickness? Is it just about a virus that got out of control? Whether a man ate a bat or whether it was created in a lab in Wuhan, China, at today it's irrelevant because that's not what is at stake right now in the world. What I feel is at stake right now in our present world, give it to you to answer. What I feel, are we not in? Okay. Brother Josh, can we switch to our private page? Okay, let's do that because I don't want to pastor anybody else's people. So we're going to switch to our private page, and it won't take us no time to do that, and we'll pick right up.